Don't fight it. It's time to go up a size.
This is the biggest.
This is the biggest.
Our biggest show.
The Hodaki Big Show.
With Jason Hoyt, Mike Minogue, and Keyzie.
What do you know, eh?
Hey.
Keyzie back at the helm of the Hodaki Big Show. No Hoity J, but Minogio's here. Tell you what, horror run for the Big Show.
We're not having a lot of luck, are we, man?
We're not really.
It's almost like we don't want to do the show.
It's
That's
almost,
what it feels
yeah.
like. Is there a bit of tension behind the scenes, man? Is that what's going on?
Well, you tell
Because
me.
what seems to be the common denominator is that you stay and me and Hoity J just can't stick around long.
It's like you two can't be in... No, it's not that you can't be in the same room together, because you'll both just not
We
be
can't
there.
be in the same room with you.
So maybe tomorrow, if I have the day off and you guys both show up.
That's a good idea.
Should we? Okay.
Yeah. That sounds like a long-term solution. No, actually, old Hoity J is currently trying to dig his way out of a hole. He found $20 in the car park on his way home last night and quickly got himself up to 17k on the Queen of the Nile, pokies.
Wow.
But he's now back down $9,000.
Wow.
So he's trying to get himself back up before he goes home, because that's a tough conversation, man. When you're losing $10,000.
Absolutely. I mean, that's shocking. So, this is just sort of your area of expertise. Will he be here tomorrow, you reckon?
Oh, yeah, well, one way or the other, man. He's got to earn a dollar.
Yeah.
So he'll either be celebrating or gutted. But that's the thing with the pokies, Keyzie, and I've told you this before, you're just one slap away from victory.
Yeah, it's so
slap
true,
it,
man.
max bet, slap it.
Yeah, it's so true. It's such good advice. But in the meantime, New Zealand, where are you? What are you wearing and all that? Give us a text on 3483. Every text that comes through goes in the draw for BK, so get stuck in. In the meantime, suck my kiss. The Chili's on Radio Hodaki.
The Hodaki Big Show podcast.
Red hot chili peppers on the Hodaki Big Show this Tuesday afternoon. Keyzie and Minogue, Hoity J back tomorrow. A lot of texts coming through, Mogi, on 3483 regarding what people are wearing, where they are, etc. G'day, you mad dogs, wearing a denim coat, jeans, and a pink G whilst driving my big V10 Dodge Ram.
Ding, ding, ding.
That's good, eh?
G-string.
Yeah, nice.
That's on the list.
G'day, you bunch of mouth breathers. Doug here from Christchurch, currently chowing on a Bunnings snag, similar size to Minogie's snoz, loaded with Waddy's tea sauce in my leather BDSM harness. Good times.
You'll still be hungry after that, then?
It actually said
Wouldn't be
Keyzie
able to
snoz.
finish Keyzie's snoz.
Hey, guys, wearing my foot in my mouth, accidentally just text the boss's wife saying she's hot.
I always find that a bit weird. Why have you got your boss's wife's phone number?
Yeah, see?
You see what I'm saying?
And who were you texting?
Oh, yeah.
What?
Probably his missus, was he?
Unless he was texting someone about the boss's wife and then, without thinking, sent it to the boss's wife.
That can happen.
That can happen in sitcoms and that. G'day, guys. Just rolled the overalls off after a massive day on the tools, slide the jandals on and down to the local for a few tubes.
A few tubes on a Tuesday.
I'm sorry, is tubes like beers?
Oh, I guess so. I've never heard of it.
All I think of is Jay saying 3 perfect tubes.
Oh, 3 perfect tubes, yeah. Might be going down to the local for a few tubes.
Yeah. Do you ever call him Big Nosy or Bogey?
It's a good question, do you?
Well, I do from now on. Great text on 3483. Keep them coming. Everyone that texts through goes in the draw for BK. Hey, Mike.
Hey.
Just need some advice, man.
Yeah, go on, man.
It's to do with me and my wife there.
Oh, she's finding cool today.
No, nothing like
Is she
that.
not?
No,
Jeez,
healthy,
man.
thriving.
Wow.
And we had a bit of a tiff this morning.
Oh, yeah.
I went for
another
a walk.
one.
No.
What was that about? Too much filth.
No, well, sort of.
Yeah.
Too much trash.
Yeah.
Went for a walk, right? Went around the block there in the lunch hour, and turned out that they dropped off the council had dropped off our new food waste bins up here in Auckland.
Sure.
So picture regular rubbish bin. You've got your recycling, then you've got your regular rubbish, and then you've got a far smaller one.
Yeah.
Just for food scraps. It's probably what, half a metre high,
Right.
but it looks exactly like a regular bin that you'd tow out to the curb. She goes, "Oh my god!"
So it looks like a wheelie bin.
It looks like a wheelie bin,
Right.
yeah, but tiny. "Oh my god, how cute is our bin?"
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, "No, that's not cute. It's a rubbish bin. Put garbage in it. Babies are cute.
Sure.
Puppies are cute. You know what I mean?" Do you agree with that? We had a massive
Well,
tiff.
that's interesting because before you actually ran this past me earlier and you said it was a bin.
Yeah.
But now you've said it's actually the same as a normal wheelie bin, but it's much smaller.
Oh, so now you
so
think
now
it's cute.
I'm beginning to wonder maybe it is cute.
Okay, and this is
Because
what...
it is like you're saying babies are cute. This is like a baby wheelie bin.
And so the issue we're having too is that the recycling bin's slightly bigger than the regular rubbish bin.
Yes.
So it's like daddy bin.
Right.
And then mummy bin's the
You got a whole
rubbish bin.
family bin.
Yeah.
So is that getting her clucky? She wants to have a kid?
Apparently so.
Yeah, sure.
Because she's taking photos of it and sending it to her mum. So look at our bins.
Oh, God.
So
Yeah. I mean, well, how did the argument finish?
I stormed out.
Yeah, good.
Probably get a hotel tonight or something.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, well, that seems like the right decision.
Yeah.
You don't want to overreact, obviously, but it sounds like you've done the right thing. Just on that, when it comes to your bins, who's putting your bins out? Who puts the bins out at your place?
What do you
Because
mean?
it's a bit sad. It's sexist. It feels like it's sexist. And you know, women are shockers when
Yeah,
it comes to
yeah,
sexism.
yeah.
But they're always, at my house, it's me that puts the bins out.
oh, absolutely, it's me
There's
that
no
puts the bins
discussion
out.
about it, but that's how it is. I also do the lawns.
I don't do the lawns because we've got a guy that comes and does that.
Oh, you can have a man around,
Yeah,
you get a
yeah,
man
yeah.
over
Get a
to do
bloke
that.
over, yeah.
Good.
But
But
I
do you
have to
do
do
it?
the
Do you do
bins.
the bins?
In fact, the only time my missus has ever touched the bin is when I put it out a day early on accident. And she's like, oh, it's a public holiday, brought it back in.
Right.
Only to realise that, no, it was supposed to go out that day.
And the other time she touched her bin was today when she was trying to breastfeed that new cute one.
Exactly, 3483. Who puts the bins out at your...
The Hodaki Big Show, weekdays at 4 on Radio Hodaki.
It's time to wage against the machine.
That's right, it's just gone 4:30 on the Hodaki Big Show with Keyzie and Minogio. So it is time to do Wage Against the Machine. It is your
Yeah.
twice daily chance
Yes.
to win some cash.
Money
by...
for jam keys, isn't it? Really?
It so is. Imagine how much jam you could buy if you won money off
But
us.
how good is it winning it? But then how bad is it if you lose it, Keyzie?
Well, that's the thing,
Oh,
you know.
God.
It's not all positive. There is a chance you could lose it all. Today's hourly rate is $48 per hour. And if you get through on 0800 Hodaki, you go up against the machine. It counts down the hours. For every hour you can stand there, that's how much time. That's how many times you get paid that hourly rate. However, if you
Yeah.
stand there too long,
Yeah?
you get sacked. You get nothing.
Oh,
Not good, eh?
not good.
Nick, you mad bastard. How's life?
Not bad, you man.
Yeah,
Yourself?
bloody good, Nick. Yeah, I'm good, mate. Minogi, you all good?
I'm pretty good, thanks, man.
Couple of grouse dudes right here, Nick. Hey, where you calling from, man?
Calling from Christchurch today.
Oh, beautiful. How's it down there, by the way?
Yeah, beautiful, nice and warm.
What do you do
20
for a
degrees.
crust there, you sick bastard?
I'm a stormer.
Backbone!
What did he say?
You're telling me.
Yeah, mate. No, that's the business.
Yeah,
What
right.
flavoured vape are you running?
Oh, not running a vape.
Good on you,
Vape
mate.
Yeah, he's on the...
You a left-hander or a right-hander?
I'm a right-hander.
Interesting. Okay, we'll make a note of that.
Yeah, yeah, right.
Right-handed backbone.
Now, Nick, mate, when I chuck you in the machine there, your job is to yell stop nice and clear when you want us to stop, all right?
Gotcha.
And just before we get into it, are you much of a risk taker, mate?
Oh, not really. Not really.
Okay.
Um,
Oh, well, Nick might play it safe, but there's a good chance he'll walk away with some cash if he does. You ready to go, mate?
Here we go.
Yep. There we go.
Let's do it.
Welcome to the machine.
1 hour. 2 hours. 3 hours. 4 hours. 5 hours.
Stop.
Oh, jeep. I tell you what, Nick, for a guy that doesn't take risks, mate, going all the way to 5 is pretty damn good.
I know, I was going to go 4. I just pushed it out for one more, so...
Yeah, you're a mad
Jeez,
bastard.
man.
You're crazy. How much money's he won there, Minogio?
Well, how much was it now? 48.
$48 an
$240.
hour?
$240 you got there, brother. $240 in your back pocket.
Sounds good.
Bloody ripper. Before we let you go, Nick, let's just have a listen, mate, and see how much you could have got.
Yep, away we go.
6 hours.
Hey!
Beauty. Happy with that.
Absolutely cracked
Happy.
it.
Bloody ripper, Nick. Well, you called us on 0800 Hodaki, mate. You played wage, and now you've got $240. Thanks for playing.
Thanks, guys.
No worries,
Good
mate.
night.
You hold the line. Producer Pugs will sort you out. Another happy customer.
Have a cigar.
Great advice.
Hey.
Pink Floyd. It is the Hodaki Big Show.
The Hodaki Big Show, weekdays at 4 on Radio Hodaki.
Dave Grohl and the Foo Fighters. Times like these on the Hodaki Big Show. 30 minutes to 5. You've got Keyzie here and Minogio. And to be honest, the old Big Show, she's going through a rough patch health-wise.
Oh, man, it's not good.
Nah. You seem all good, though.
Oh, I'm all good.
Yeah. Ish.
Ish, yeah. Well, there's always something wrong. I've got my my throat. You can hear my throat. It's not
That's
quite
right.
right. Had that sore throat going. I don't know if I've mentioned that.
Oh, you've had it for a month or something, haven't you?
Yeah, about a year. And then I've got me rooted back. My shagger's back come back.
Your shagger's back has come back.
Yeah.
What's brought that back?
Well, we went back. My daughter has got a grandmother, and
Right.
the grandmother's got an obsession with horses,
Right, okay, yeah.
which she's kindly passed on to my daughter, which means, you know, my grandmother gets, her grandmother gets to have the fun of it while we get the bills.
Yeah, because that's not cheap.
It's not cheap and it's not happening, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, nice.
But the thing is, man, they're pretty cute kids.
Yeah.
Well, your own kids. No one else's kids are cute.
True that.
Your other kids are like your new rubbish bin. Some people think it's cute, other people
Right.
mostly don't.
Do you think I think your daughter's cute?
I don't think you've seen my daughter.
No, I met your daughter at the
you
cricket.
did too? Yeah.
Do you want to know my opinion on whether she's cute or not?
Oh, it doesn't matter to me, I'll be honest.
She's pretty cute.
And so anyway, we thought, well, we'll take her out on a pony trek and we'll just see, because the reality of it, it's different. It's different, Keyzie, seeing pictures of a horse or videos of a horse and then being around a big stinking horse.
They were a lot bigger than you realise.
Oh, they're big, man.
Scary.
So we thought we'd take her on a little pony trek there. So we went over. They've got a joint over on. Well, I won't say where actually.
Right.
And so I went over there and I jumped on. I've done a lot of horseback riding. I was a steeplechase jockey for many years. So
Wow.
I've got away with horses. You know, it's sort of like. Have you heard of the horse whisperer?
Yeah, I've
I
heard
was like that, but instead of whispering, I'd scream at the bastards.
right, yeah, call it an F-head and all that sort
call
of
it
stuff.
an F-head.
Yeah.
Actually, one of my best horses was called F-head.
F-head,
Yeah.
wow.
Yep. Because he's an F-head, man.
I didn't know steeplechase was done on a horse. I thought it was like a running thing you did.
No, horse.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah. The Grand National over in the UK.
Oh,
The
right.
Queen won that once.
The Queen won that one?
Yeah.
Right, okay.
Yeah, she wasn't riding it. She just owned the horse I was
Oh,
riding.
yeah.
And she owned the horse called F-head.
Oh, so she owned your horse F-head.
F-head, yeah.
Far out. And she didn't mind it being called F-head?
Well, what's she going to do?
So
she was only little, man.
Who, the Queen?
Yeah, tiny. And so anyway, I thought, we'll go out on this horse. Now, I like just to check and make sure that the nature of the horse, or in this case, pony, is good.
Yeah.
Because you don't need any nipping little bastards or anything like that, you know what I mean? They got a bit of a temper on them. They can turn on you. So we found one there, seemed pretty good. It's one of these... I mean, there's different kinds of pony. This one was an Exmoor, which is probably your smaller sort of pony.
Right, okay.
Pretty old, so we thought we were in luck there.
I'm picturing Jace, old and small.
Yeah, like that.
Yeah,
like,
okay,
like,
yeah.
like if Jace was a pony.
Yeah, okay.
You know,
Jay.
withered legs.
Yeah,
all that
yeah,
sort
yeah.
of thing. And so we went out on it, but he started. Something was going on there. I think he must have gone through a sort of a beehive or something like that, and started bucking like a bastard. There,
Right,
and off he
okay.
went. And my daughter's terrified, so I had to take off after this pony.
Right.
Jump off my horse, and tackle that down to the ground. You get around the head,
Yeah,
you know, and put it in it. You just twist the bastard's neck.
Right,
You wrench it
right.
and just like grab its bit and just wrench that bastard, and down she goes. And you know, my daughter obviously took a hell of a fall.
Oh, no, she all right?
No, she's fine. She was good as gold in the end, but I
Okay.
was fuming, man. I was effing and jeffing.
Right.
And I grabbed that bloody pony by the throat and I slammed it up against the barn. And I said, if you ever do that again, you know what I mean, man?
To a horse.
Well, that's the thing, man. It's like, you're running a business here, pony.
Well, I mean,
And so, as a business pony, you can't be just going around bucking and nipping and, you know what,
Yeah,
you know what I
nipping
mean?
and tearing.
Yeah, exactly. So
yeah.
I just had to talk some sense to it, man, because that's bad for that pony's business.
And then what did
that pony's going to be run out of town, man.
what did the pony say to you after you?
Oh, he couldn't even look me in the eye, man,
Right,
because his eyes are on the side
Yeah,
of
the
his
side of
head.
his-
And I was
yeah.
standing in front of him.
right,
I
okay.
thought about that, but yeah.
Far out.
Anyway, sort of twinged my back there because they're heavy,
Right.
300-400 kilos,
Sorry, you were
like that.
pinned it up.
Put him up there, yeah,
right.
he didn't even know where I was.
Yeah, far out.
Yeah.
Oh, that'll teach him.
Yeah, so I think we've knocked the old pony rides on the head.
Nice work, mate.
The Hodaki Big Show podcast. Catch them weekdays from 4 on Radio Hodaki.
Come out and play The Offspring on the Hodaki Big Show. 7 minutes past 5. Keyzie and Minogue here. Hoity J back tomorrow. And don't forget, Thursday we're doing a live show from Good George, Auckland. 4 p.m. Come down. Free Backbone T-shirts and all that. Hey, Mogi.
Yeah.
Bit of a situation at my house last night. You know how I'm a bit of a handy guy. Like I renovated my house.
Yeah, you're a handsy guy.
Handy.
But I don't think that's something that you should, you sort of wear it as a badge of honour, but it's actually shameful, man.
No, I'm handy.
Getting all handsy everywhere.
Okay, you know how I'm pretty good on the tools?
Oh.
No, don't try and... I'm good on the tools, like...
Oh, yeah.
Renovating the house.
Well, no, I don't think you're good at it. I think your dad's good at it. And I think you take videos of him being good at it, but I don't think that makes you good at it.
Right.
I heard your brother's really good at it.
Yeah, the whole family.
Yeah, well, not the whole family.
Everyone. So, but bit of an issue at my house last night. Wife's cooking dinner there, and I come home and she's like,
God, she do it all wrong again.
No,
you hate
don't.
that, man. You fire up.
Don't. Okay, let's get a few things straight. Jace's wife, not very good at cooking. My wife, very good. She goes, oh, crap, look out the window. And I was like, oh, God, here we go. What's happening? She said it like there was a...
Did you have to get off the couch?
I just walked in the door. I wasn't on the couch yet. I was furious about it. Looked out the window there. Trees falling over onto our clothesline.
Right.
Big old tree. Probably, how tall would it be? Maybe 5 metres tall?
Yeah.
So decent size.
Yeah.
Cabbage tree there. It's fallen over. It's completely leaning on our clothesline. Bent it all to crap. And I'm just like... Far out, what am I going to do here? I'm going to have to rely on my sort of handiness.
Yeah.
I have to get on the tools.
Yeah.
I don't have a chainsaw.
Right. Why not?
Well, I've never needed a chainsaw because I live in
that's why you have
Auckland.
one in case you need it.
Right. Yeah. I figured what I'd do is go and buy one when the need arises.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Although I don't see this
today.
I don't see this as a need.
You don't see a 15-foot tree that's crushed your clothesline has been a good time to buy a chainsaw. What are you going to use, a handsaw?
Well, I've got a bloody...
You're going to hit it with the edge of your hand, Keyzie.
I've got a pretty sharp knife. I can have a crack at it with that. Got a hacksaw and stuff. But no, what my plan was, my dad's coming up in 2 weeks anyway.
Sure.
Tell him to bring up the chainsaw.
Right, yeah. That sort of tracks.
No, but this is
sort of Keizie's way of doing
I know what
things.
you're saying.
I mean, I know you're saying that you're a handy guy, and I said, no, your dad's a handy guy.
No, he is.
And your brother's a handy guy. And you said the whole family, and I said, well, not the whole family. You said the whole family. And yet, immediately you are now saying that you're waiting for your dad to come and sort it out for you.
Yeah, no, I know. That's what it sounds like. But
that's what's happening?
But
Have I got something wrong there?
Yes, you're not letting me add one crucial detail.
Oh, yeah.
Let him come just to bring the chainsaw up.
Oh, so you'll do it all?
No, I won't start it.
You won't do any of it?
It's bastard to start.
Yeah.
So I'll get him to do that, and then just sort of, and he can sort of do the first sort of.
You're saying he actually loves spending time with that bloke that comes over to mow your lawns.
Who, my dad?
He's quite close with him.
Yeah, he is actually. Yeah, they get on quite well, but I probably needed to sort of cut.
Couple of weeks, so that's just going to lean on your clothesline for a couple of weeks.
It's pretty sturdy clothesline. I went out there and sized it up, tied a rope around it, and up to another tree, so it's just got extra support. I reckon it'll stay there for a while.
Oh, yeah.
And so I'll get Dad to come. He can start the old chainsaw there, maybe cut half of the tree just to show me how to do it, and then maybe start stacking it just to give me an idea of how to stack it. Because I just need to be taught how, and then I'm away.
Yeah, sure.
And then I don't actually have a fireplace, so maybe he could take that away as well.
Yeah. It sounds like he's going to have a busy weekend, man. What's he coming up for?
No reason, just for that.
Oh, actually, isn't he coming up for your stand-up gig?
Oh, yeah.
God, it's going to be a weekend full of disappointments.
It is coming up as the comedy gig. By the way, if you want to come along to that, it's called The Best Comedy Show on Earth. It's on Mother's Day up in Auckland. All the details are up at hodaki.co.nz. If you want to get yourself in the draw to go over to Las Vegas to see the first ever Las Vegas Grand Prix, give us a call now on 0800 Hodaki and be prepared to trade something for it.
Hodaki Big Show podcast.
It's Radio Hodaki and Henry's Trade Your Way to Vegas.
Vegas, baby, Vegas!
That's right. Whoever wins this prize literally gets to witness motor racing history, the first ever Grand Prix based in Sin City. It joins Miami, Florida, and Austin, Texas as the only other two in the USA. And this is all thanks to our mates at Henry, the Sole Trader accounting app. If you're a sole trader, and I know I was for a bloody long time, right now you're freaking out. You don't know what to do with your taxes. Give them a Google, HNRY. They'll help you out. Mogi, you a sole trader? Have you ever been?
Yeah, I've been a contractor for 20 years or so.
Wow.
Yeah, mate. Yeah.
Do you remember the early days? I remember my first sort of 3 years or so.
But it was shambles, isn't it?
It was an absolute shambles.
Yeah.
God, like GST.
No, I mean, having that Henry app would be absolutely out the gate.
It would get you sorted. You wouldn't have to freak out. Of course, in order to get yourself in the draw for this trip, you have to be prepared to trade something. Let's go to the line, see what's on offer. Rob, you mad bastard. How's life, mate?
Good, thanks, lads. How we going tonight? All good?
Yeah, grouse,
Good, mate. Good. Hey, Rob, where you calling from, man?
Calling from Christchurch.
Oh, beautiful. Whereabouts in Christchurch, actually?
Mate, I'm just going past the Installs Road turn-off, so just on the way to pick the kids up.
Oh, nice, mate. What do you do for a crust, man?
Mate, I sell water pumps and filtration.
Oh, that is Backbone.
Backbone, Rob. You sound like a real good bastard. Hey,
Thanks, mate.
I'm guessing you're into your motorsport, mate, if you're keen to go to Las Vegas and see the Grand Prix, but what are you willing to trade in order to bag that prize?
So about 12 years ago, I went to the Melbourne Grand Prix and I was absolutely steamed, and I bought a rough $300 pair of glamorous sunglasses to wear for the day that I've never worn since. So I put them up for grabs.
Melbourne Grand Prix.
What brand are we, man?
I think they're Christian Dior's.
Oh, my God. You must have been caned.
Yeah, it was about 11 in the morning, so yeah, I had a few that morning.
He's probably just trying to get the sun out of his eyes, stuff it. I'll buy some Christian Dior sunnies.
Yeah, few bones.
My mates would love that.
They were clear sunglasses too, so I don't know if there was much sun protection either.
And so, Rob, because this trip we're offering, mate, 5 nights in Vegas, a couple of nights in LA, all thanks to Henry. It's worth thousands, mate. What price would you put on those sunnies?
Oh, well, I'd say with price appreciation, they're probably worth $1,000 now.
They must be worth a bit, man.
There can't be too many pairs of them out there because they're absolutely terrible.
Well, you've looked after them, man. I mean, you've chucked them in your back of your drawer for 12 years, mate. That's saying something. Get them on Antiques Roadshow, you might make a mint.
Could do one day.
Bloody ripper, Rob. I tell you what, mate, you've convinced me. Sounds like you've convinced Minogue. So you hold the line and we'll chuck you in the drawer, all right?
Cheers, lads. Thanks for that. Much appreciated.
No worries at all, mate. Chris, you mad bastard. How's life, mate?
Oh, amazing.
Oh, that's good.
How are you?
Yeah, good, man. Where you calling from, Chris?
Tauranga.
Oh, it's Keyzie.
Oh, it's Chris from Tauranga. That's me. Chris, do you like getting steamed?
Occasionally. On a Friday.
Oh, yeah, just a Friday. Well,
Yes.
that's a different fella. That's a different bloke altogether.
Yeah, no.
What do you do for a crust, you mad dog?
I'm a deputy principal.
Oh,
Backbone.
You got your eyes on that principal's job, man? Doesn't know what he's doing. Or she. Hey, stabbing
Not
him in the
at the
back.
moment.
You're in the staff room there going, that principal doesn't know jack shit. We should get him out of here.
No, I want to see the ripe old age of 50, so I won't go there.
Yeah, good on you,
fair
mate.
enough, mate.
Good
Fair
on
enough. Hey, now, Chris, this is one epic prize thanks to Henry, mate. What are you willing to trade?
I am willing to trade my 15-year-old thoroughbred Cocker Spaniel. He's blind and deaf, but he's amazing.
Wow. So a blind, deaf dog. And if you had to put a monetary value on that dog, what's the dog's name as well?
His name is Sam.
Sam.
Look, can you put a price on a family member?
Yeah.
I'd say about $5,000.
$5,000 for a blind, deaf dog.
Oh, look, he brings joy to everyone.
Really? Yeah, well, I've got a deaf dog who's 13 going on 14.
Tinker.
Yeah, Tinker. It's diminishing returns, though, isn't it, really? He's sort of got it at the wrong end. It's the wrong
And
end.
to be honest, I am trying to get rid of him. My wife won't part with him, but I thought this might be an opportunity.
Yeah,
No,
I
fair
like
enough.
your thinking,
Yeah,
man.
two
I like your
birds,
thinking.
one stone there. Solve a couple
Absolutely.
of situations. All right, Chris, well, I tell you what, mate, I'm sold. And seriously, if you win this prize, you will have to hand over your wife's cherished dog, all right?
Oh, that'll save me some dollars.
Good on you, mate.
Ripper, mate, you hold the line. Producer Pugs will sort you out. Another chance to get yourself in the draw. Plenty of chances, really. Tomorrow, best chances to keep it locked on Radio Hodaki and call us on 0800 Hodaki when you hear the cue to call. Thanks to Henry. Bit of jet now on the Hodaki Big Show.
The Hodaki Big Show podcast.
Talking Heads, Girlfriend is Better on the Hodaki Big Show. 26 minutes past 5. Keyzie and Minogue here. Hoity J back tomorrow. Something that's also coming back, The GOAT. It is the search to find the greatest song of all time. This year, 1,000 songs we're going to be counting down, kicking
That's
off.
so many songs, isn't it,
That,
Keyzie?
honestly, I don't even think Hodaki's played 1,000 songs, you know?
In their life.
And maybe in their life.
Yeah.
But it's a lot. And it's all thanks to machineryhouse.co.nz.
How many was it last year? 500?
I think it was, yeah. Imagine that, but double. Huge.
That's a lot.
It is. If you want to get involved and vote as well, all you have to do is text the word GOAT to 3483. Follow the link there. Make your vote. Once again, Machinery House, your one-stop machinery and tool shop. They're the ones making this all possible. They keep asking me out in the office, Keyzie, you know, we respect your musical taste.
Keyzie, can you keep your hands to yourself? Oh, Keyzie,
No.
can you stop drinking at work, man? Oh, stop leering at me, Keyzie, please.
Keyzie, what's your GOAT? You've got such great taste in music, and you're never steamed at work. What's your GOAT? And I'm like, I don't know, maybe a Rolling Stone song, but if I had to go with my heart, I'd probably go either Smash Mouth All-Star.
Yeah.
Or, because that's a bit of a piss take, or Smash Mouth Walking on the Sun.
Yeah. Both banging tunes in your mind.
Both won the throbber when I picked them.
Yeah.
What about you, though? So
I'm going to go... Wow, what do you reckon?
Guess.
Go on.
I reckon I could guess. Okay.
Yep.
Killing in the Name of Rage.
No.
Bulls on Parade, Rage.
No.
Bomb Track, Rage.
No.
Know Your Enemy.
Actually, Know Your Enemy would be up there.
Renegades
Know Your
of
Enemy
Fun?
would be up there. Nah.
Right. Take the Power Back, Rage.
Yeah.
Bullet in the Head, Rage.
Bullet in the Head's a cracker. That was the first Rage song I ever heard. I remember I got the single when I was 18.
Far out. Guerrilla Radio,
Nah.
Rage. Sleep Now in the Fire, Rage.
Nah.
What about Testify, Rage?
Yeah, well, they're all possibilities, Keys, and all great songs. And thing about it is, you joke, but all of those will be in the GOAT countdown,
absolutely.
and none of yours. I'm probably going to head along the lines of Rearview Mirror by Pearl Jam.
Oh, yeah. Actually, you and Hoyty both partial to that song.
Yeah, State of Love and Trust, Pearl Jam.
Right.
Sirens, Pearl Jam. Breathe, Pearl Jam.
Wow.
One of those, or any early Metallica. I've been listening to the new Metallica album, and I say I've been listening to it, I mean I listened to it once. Gee whiz, man.
Good.
Don't know. Actually, I'll be interested on 3483 if anybody out there actually is enjoying it, because I'm finding it a tough listen, to be honest.
You know what? I'm a massive Metallica fan. I am,
yeah.
I stopped in about 2010 when that when the album had The Day That Never Comes on it.
Sure.
So that was probably the last one I listened to. Didn't like Saint Anger, but I liked all the other albums.
Yeah.
I
think Saint Anger was the one where everyone sort of
that was a bit weird.
got a bit over it.
But I think I'll have a listen to this new one and just see if I can sit with it.
So have a listen, see what you reckon.
Yeah.
But gee whiz.
Not good. 3483, text the word GOAT and follow the link there if you'd like to vote as part of the GOAT countdown. All thanks to machineryhouse.co.nz. Get involved. Up next, folks, on the Hodaki Big Show, comedian Tony Lyall coming in to chat about his upcoming comedy special and also to give me some advice on making my stand-up debut in under 2 weeks' time.
Hodaki Big Show podcast.
It is Faith No More Epic on the Hodaki Big Show this Tuesday afternoon. Keyzie and Mogi here still, and Jason Hoyt, he is off sick once again. Horror run for Jason, his amazing immune system. But we are lucky to be joined in the studio by a real-life comedian who still does comedy. Tony Lyall, welcome to the studio.
Yes, hello, thank you very much for having me. And let's not go too begrudging about Hoyty J's comedy career. Obviously, Sugar and Spice, one of the OG greats.
Yeah,
we weren't bagging it. It was funny that you immediately thought we were bagging it.
Yeah, I, as a comedian, I've got to stick up for every New Zealand comedian there is, because people will often be like, oh, there's been no good comedy in New Zealand since Billy T. James. And to those people, I say, get bent.
Yeah,
Billy was good, though. Shit, he was good.
Oh.
Tony, obviously
Miss those days.
Miss those days. The good old days. There's been no good comedian since Billy T. James.
Do you actually get people saying that to you?
Yeah. Mate, look at any comments board to any New Zealand comedy article that's ever been written in the last 20 years.
Right.
And it is absolute parnishes from all over the land.
Doesn't bother you, though.
No.
Water off a duck's back.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, it's hard to take the high road now that I've come in so hot, isn't it?
What have you been doing, man? Did you get over to Aussie for the old festivals over there?
No, I was actually just at home reading the comments to various articles about New Zealand comedy.
Good.
Just being furious. No, I was over in Melbourne at the comedy festival over there, just perusing shows.
How many shows did you do?
I did 11 of my own shows, which is the show that I'm actually doing here in New Zealand next week, and then I did a shit ton of random little pub gigs, whatever would have me. Yeah. I'd slip on there and jump on. And
how'd it go? The Lyall style, Lyall comedic styling sort of fit in with the Aussie bastards?
Yeah, it did a few references there that really hit nothing. You know, you do a deep Kiwi reference.
Sort of things about like not being racist and those sorts of things. They don't get it, do they?
No, they don't really. They say, oh, you know, you sort of look after your elderly sick neighbour, and they're like, what you do what?
You what?
No, not over here, mate. And they call you a C-bomb. I reckon that...
Oh, yeah, they love it.
I heard the see you next Tuesday word more times in the 2 weeks I was over there on a comedy stage, more than the 8 years that I've done comedy in New Zealand combined.
When everyone was screaming, get off, you CE.
Yeah, it was often during the hiding.
It wasn't like you're a funny... See you next Tuesday, or what a GC.
Just in general chat, the casualness.
It's like I lived over there for 5 years. It's like mate.
It is like mate.
It is like, but it's very funny because there's something about that Australian accent makes most things pretty funny.
Yeah, and I did notice they also say mate if they are upset at you.
Mate.
Hey, all right, mate.
Mate.
All right, mate, but if they're down with you, then they'll call you a C-bomb. It's very confusing to me.
That's right. Yeah, for sure.
Right on, bro. So obviously we've got the International Comedy Festival coming up here. Literally in a few days it gets underway, thanks to Best Foods Mayo. You've got a few shows here. So do you warm up in Aussie in preparation for New Zealand?
Yeah, well, that wasn't the plan, but it has been what sort of happened. So I sort of did a bit of the old stuff over there because they never see me. So you know, I'll treat them. I'll treat them to a bit of the old stuff. Yeah. I'll sprinkle it on. But as it went on, the new stuff was getting just as good as the old stuff.
Wow.
So I just kept sprinkling in more new stuff. And by the end, basically had this full new show that starts in Wellington next week on Tuesday night and goes till Saturday. And then a couple of weeks later in Auckland, same show. So it's built, it's constructed, it's amazing. I've never had this.
Where do I get tickets?
I'd say just go to comedyfestival.com or co.nz or something like this.
Yeah. And search for Tony Lyall there. So, I mean, how much of a... Because you go over there, you get your tail up about, this new stuff's working. Is it a confidence game being a comedian?
Yeah, it certainly is. And you get to come back and then all my Australian references will just bomb over here.
Yeah.
I'll be doing stuff about the botlo and about, I don't know, didgeridoos, and they will not. I instantly forgot a second reference.
Didgeridoos are funny, but that was really good. That was a great save.
Yeah, just
really
on the fly. That's how the show will be.
Hey, old Keyzie's going to be doing some stand-up shortly. It's going to be his debut gig in front of 900 people at Sky City there. Any advice? We've sort of had a bit of advice coming through. Sort of try and stick to your misogynistic, racist sort of stuff, and you'll win at least half of the audience over at a time.
Yeah, well,
what's your feeling?
I mean, first of all, can I just say how good it is to be a comedian for 8 or 9 years, really grafting away, trying to get all the spots you can get, and then some goose wanders in, never having done a gig before, and gets invited to do a gig at Sky City in front of 800 people. So can I just say I'm really stoked about that.
Well, look, on the upside, chances are it's not going to be something that he treasures in terms of memories.
Yeah, but it is a hell of a place to try your first gig. I genuinely am proud of you for getting up there and giving it a crack. It's a hell of a time.
Haven't done it yet, but yeah.
I think you go well. I think just confidence begets confidence in your audience. So if you act like you should be there, the audience will think you'll be there. And to be honest, they've paid money to have a ticket, so they won't expect you to be shit at all.
No, that's right. They won't realise until probably after your second or third joke.
I'd say even the next act, halfway through the next act, they'll think to themselves, well, what was that guy before?
Yeah, exactly. And actually, if you can get out there and sort of just point your finger at some of the audience as well and bag them, I think that's a go.
Yeah, okay. Okay, I can do that. Well, to be honest, Tony, I need to make the most of having a comedian here in the studio. Might chuck on some David Bowie. I've got a few more questions. Is that all good?
Yeah, sounds good to me.
The Hodaki Big Show podcast.
David Bowie, Suffragette City on the Hodaki Big Show. Jason Hoyt, currently off sick. Minogue and Keyzie still here and joined in the studio by Tony Lyall, who's got a show coming up for the New Zealand International Comedy Fest. Tony, I mean, obviously you've got a series of shows. You've worked your ass off to get there. How long have you been doing comedy?
Well, I actually did my first ever gig in 2012 at the Classic. So that's more than 11 years ago, but the first sort of 3 or 4 years, I was just cruising around doing like a gig a month, if that, just knocking about as a fun little hobby. And then I count my first gig from 2015 because that's when I really thought, see how this goes.
Make a crush of it.
Lean into it now.
Yeah. So 8 years you've been trying, and you brought up literally my deepest fear.
Trying?
Succeeding.
Yeah.
I'm going to walk out of this interview.
Man.
Shit.
Unbelievable.
Well, this is actually massively reinforcing the massive fear that I have ahead of, because I have to do a show next weekend. It's called It's called The Greatest Comedy Show on Earth.
I actually think it's called The Best Comedy Show on Earth.
The best, is it?
Yeah, to tie in with Best Foods Mayonnaise. I don't want to tell you to do your job, but if you're going to do the sponsor mentions, you really got to nail it, mate.
True.
Yeah, I'll try and cram a few sponsor mentions in my set too. But one of the issues I have, and one of the things I'm worried about...
You should see what he does to a Best Foods mayo jar, man. It was his closer. Unbelievable.
Oh.
That's disgusting. Kills, though. It kills every time. So I'm really worried about the thing you brought up about how you've been trying your ass off to get as high up in comedy as you can for the last 8 years. All of a sudden, some radio dick gets put on at Sky City Theatre. I'm going to have to hang out in the back room with genuine comedians who have earned their way there and have proven themselves. Will everyone hate me? Because I have that worry.
No, comedians are lovely people, but they will relentlessly mock you because that is the only gear that any comedian has. Any green room, no matter who you are in there, it's a hell of a time.
Right.
So I'd say, but mate, you hang around with some interesting characters around here, so I'm sure you have been
I'll be
ripped on
bulletproof.
before. Can't imagine any comedian would say anything nearly half as horrific as I've heard in the last 10 minutes of being here from Mogi, so I think you'll be A-okay.
Yeah, okay. All right, that's good.
I don't imagine any of the comedians are going to point out the largeness of your schnoz, if that's what you're wondering.
No.
Well, actually, this is good because obviously Mogi's got a giant honker there, but yours is actually rather large too, so welcome aboard.
Oh, come on, mate. I thought I had a lovely little normal shaped nose.
You've got a normal nose, man.
Yeah, this is a normal
Compared
nose.
to Keyzie, I mean.
Oh,
yeah.
Can I just say, I've been on a lot of radio shows promoting this show, and this is the first time anyone has said that I've got a big nose. So
right.
I appreciate that. It's what you get at Radio Hodaki.
Yeah, mate, it's a special place.
You leave here feeling full of yourself, which is good. So before we let you go, Tony, you're also part of the ACC now, rugby union expert. I believe you're commentating the Crusaders game this weekend.
Yeah, we'll commentate the old Crusaders on Saturday afternoon. Was actually lucky enough to commentate Moana Pacifica playing on the weekend when they very nearly got up, or at least drew the game in the last minute before just losing.
Yeah.
But nonetheless, it was a hell of a time. I'm looking forward to the Saturday as well. I'd say the Crusaders will be really on one after losing against the Chiefs last weekend. They'll be looking to bounce back.
They certainly will. I think you're doing it with the Night Wolf, the former Night Wolf, Matt Ward. And also, I didn't realise you've got an ACC podcast, a weekly one.
You didn't realise? No, you're not perusing iHeartRadio at every occurrence, seeing what else is on offer
Tony,
at the ACC studio.
What is it?
You're just looking at Mad Monday and nothing else.
Yeah, baby, that's how I roll.
It's called Champagne Rugby. If you like your rugby union, you'll bloody love it.
Oh, yeah, beauty.
Comes out every...
Wednesday or Thursday. I don't actually know when they put it out. We do it every Wednesday.
You don't listen to it, do you?
I listen to it. I listen to it on the drive to commentate every Saturday as I come in. I listen to it to get hyped.
Good
Hear all the
stuff.
beautiful stats that I've delivered, all accurate and nothing misinformed at all. I barely skip a beat. It's hot stuff.
Beautiful. Well, before we let you go, Tony, one last time, do you just want to give your show a plug for the New Zealand International Comedy Fest?
Oh, I certainly will. Come along if you're in Wellington or Auckland. Next week in Wellington, it's at a place called Te Auha, which is the Polytech down there. Sounds like a weird place to have a comedy show, but it's a lovely venue, so come get amongst it. Tuesday to Saturday. I say come on opening night, mainly because it'll be a great show, and also because that's the night I've sold the least tickets. So
Really? Tuesday, though.
Tuesday night. Who's going to go out on Tuesday?
Yeah.
You will, you beautiful
Yeah. What
Hodaki
day is it
listeners.
today?
I'd say today's a Tuesday.
Is today Tuesday?
Yeah.
I'm going out tonight.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm going to a play tonight, so it can happen.
The big dog wolf's on a Tuesday
I'm going
night.
out, mate. It's an hour long.
So
no intermission. Beautiful.
No intermission. There's no intermission in my show either. So come along Wellington, then 2 weeks later in Auckland, you get all the details on either comedyfestival.co.nz, Tony Lyall, or just go TonyLyall.com. That'll get you there.
Beauty. Thank you very much for coming in, Tony, to the big show.
Anytime, and go well with your show, Chris. That's what I want to see.
Thank you.
I want to see you up there flying high.
Do you, though?
Kind of want to see you bomb.
Yeah.
The Hodaki Big Show Podcast.
It's almost 6 o'clock here on the Hodaki Big Show with Keyzie and Minogue. At this time of the hour, we'd like to know what you're doing for Team New Zealand, so text us on 3483. What are your plans, Minogue?
Got a play to go to, don't I? So I'm going to
right.
have to try and squeeze some food in around then. Probably tuna on toast this evening.
Like, in my life, I think food brings me the most pleasure out of anything.
Right.
Like, I get the most excited when I'm starving, having a decent meal.
Yeah.
It beats anything else you could possibly be picturing right now.
Sure.
You don't seem to be getting that. You seem to have cut that in order to shred.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, and
But you got to go. You got to go, man. So I've got to lose. It's only a few months, and I'm almost 7 weeks done.
Right.
So
okay.
I got 5 weeks to go.
Yeah. Okay.
You know what I mean? And it hasn't been that bad. What you see is probably the worst of it.
Right. Yeah.
But it's actually pretty good. It's clean eating. I haven't had any takeaways for 7 weeks.
You feel good?
I've had no. I feel terrible.
Right.
I don't know why that is, but I do.
Okay. I'm sure it's unrelated. What am I having? Well, we had fish tacos last night. I hate fish tacos.
Oh, yeah. How were they?
Not that good, so I didn't eat much, and now we've got so many leftovers, we've decided we're going to have the rest of it tonight.
Oh, good.
So 2 nights of fish, so excited. But New Zealand, what are you having? Give us a text on 3483. We'll start flicking out some BK vouchers, so get stuck in.
The Hodaki Big Show podcast. Catch them weekdays from 4 on Radio Hodaki.
Yeah, it's right. Although today, just Keyzie and Minogue. Hoodie J back on deck tomorrow. In the meantime, we did ask for texts on 3483. What are you having for tea in New Zealand? And of course, everyone that texts through goes in the draw to win some BK vouchers. So it's always worth texting. Mogi, any of these texts strike your fancy, mate?
Yeah, there's one here from Ben the Bastard who's living down there in Timaru. He says, I'm having a chicken and bacon wrap, which I'm putting into the sandwich press.
Oh, wow. Bit of cheese in there.
That is a goodie, that one. And actually, on that note, we've got a sandwich press out here that all the Teflon has peeled off it.
Yeah, it's so
People
good.
have eaten it.
Yeah.
That's what happens to it. It goes into your food and then you eat it. So I'm going to buy a new one of those for the office at some point.
You're going
when
to?
I remember, when I remember.
Wow, that's really
It
nice.
has been there for 2 years.
That's
It
right.
has been as bad as that the whole time, and at least it must have been like that for 2 years before that.
And like the light on top has come off it, so you don't even know if it's on or not.
Yeah.
It's a complete shambles.
And it's always it actually gets more predominantly used in winter, I would say. Jace loves it.
Yeah.
Jace is always hanging off it.
Yeah.
Jace has used it because it's covered in cheese and has not been cleaned.
You also know Jace has been in the studio because every single water glass, because he'll get a water glass, drink it, and then go out, get a fresh glass, bring that in, drink that, half of it, then go back out, get another one, and just leaves them all in the studio.
Yeah.
And then walks in the next day and complains about Matt Heath leaving glasses everywhere. So you're a shock. Anyway, more text coming in on 3483. Actually, this is funny.
Go on.
Get this, because the goat's coming out soon.
Oh.
Someone's having goat curry tonight.
Oof. Always a bit fatty, man. I've always found a goat curry. Yeah,
oh, right.
I've never been huge on it. It's worth a shot if you haven't had one before. And on that note, we've got to have a curry night as well.
We do, actually.
We're owed a curry night. We haven't had one all year.
We haven't. We need to get our bonding going. But one last text on 3483. Anyone there taking your fancy?
Well, we got Leon here. He's also in Timaru, which is weird. And he's having a paella tonight with extra prawns.
Oh, wow. Yum.
Good eating.
Is that Spanish?
Espanol.
Oh, gracias.
Oui.
Wow. 3483, keep the text coming in. In the meantime, is Metallica. Wait, no, it's not. It's Pearl Jam live. Classic.
The Hodaki Big Show, weekdays at 4 on Radio Hodaki.
Lincoln Park in the end. The Hodaki Big Show with Keyzie and Minogue. Hoity J be back on deck tomorrow, folks. And don't forget, we've got a live show this Thursday. If you're in Auckland, Good George North Wharf, come on down from 4 o'clock. Get yourself a free Backbone t-shirt. A lot of texts coming in on 3483, though, Minogue. A lot of people having delicious stuff for dinner, for example.
Yeah, well, there's this one here. Baker in Kapiti says he's just stopped off at his old man's fish and chip shop. Got himself 2 pieces of battered, a scoop, and a hot dog.
Yum.
How good's that?
Yeah, man, I wish I liked fish. I was always just a burger guy. Just give me a burger.
Cheeseburger?
Yeah. Just whatever.
Yeah.
A few
That's good.
nuggies.
Yeah.
What about this one? This one, I've had this before. It's an absolute debacle. G'day, fellas. My job to cook dinner tonight. Got a food bag situation going. However, I think we've accidentally thrown the recipe out.
Yeah, that makes it hard. Surprisingly hard, because you think you'd be able to piece it together when you've got all the ingredients.
Yeah.
But I never can. Often I'll put some of the sauces meant for the salad. I'll cook with those.
Yeah.
You find out later. Yeah, shambles.
Actually, I helped make our dinner last night. We made these delicious, well, they weren't delicious, but these fish tacos. I hate fish, and that's fine. Making that, crumbed them all, put them in the frying pan, cooked them all up, sat down to eat it. You're like, oh, this is yum, it's missing something. And then my wife goes, oh, crap, I think we forgot to put all the seasoning in.
Oh, yeah.
Big bag of delicious seasoning.
Oh, yeah.
So that was a blowout, yeah.
Little herbs sort of a number, was
Yeah,
it?
it was.
Yeah. Panko crumbs, was it,
Yeah,
Keyzie?
we had the crumbs.
Oh, yeah. But,
Yeah,
you know,
you get
I like the fact that you're trying, because in this day and age, people are actually trying to move away from eating any animals, you know, because of the effect that it has on the planet. But you, even though you hate fish, are doing your damnedest to learn to like fish so that you can start eating fish so you can have a worse effect on the climate.
Yeah, well, that's right.
Which
Well,
is good, man.
Yeah, thanks, man.
Well, too many people care about the climate, eh, Keyzie?
Yeah, too many for my liking. But, I mean, to be fair, I have toned down the red meat intake a lot.
Oh, yes.
Because chicken is my favourite. I'll eat so much frickin' chicken.
Yeah.
Frickin' chicken. And eating chicken is like a far lesser impact on the environment, right?
Sure.
But I am part Japanese and I want to go to Japan next year.
Right.
I'm obsessed with it. Never been before. And apparently when you go there, you literally eat fish for every meal.
Right.
And I don't like fish.
That'll be the sushi.
But yeah, wow, there's that. And a lot. Apparently they'll just give you like a piece of fish for breakfast.
Oh, yeah, they do.
Yeah. So I'm like...
and lunch.
And lunch. And...
afternoon tea.
dessert. Yeah, exactly. And so I've got to get myself on the fish, you know.
Well, Do you?
No.
I mean, the thing about it is, if you don't like it, it's weird that it's an acquired taste.
Yeah,
but it is so good. Like, I mean, I love it. I wish I loved sushi.
And I've seen people loving it. But you can always get chicken sushi.
They got Burger King over there, man.
Oh, true, actually. You could just get Burger King.
Yeah, you'll be all good, man.
Just get a Whopper.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good idea.
What is Japanese for Whopper? Go on.
Whopper! Just yell Whopper like we always do. Don't make out like that's offensive. Don't.
That is so racist.
3483, keep those texts coming in. We'll flick out some BK.
The Hodaki Big Show, weekdays at 4 on Radio Hodaki.
It's the Hodaki Big Show this Tuesday afternoon with Keyzie and Mogi. And right now it's time for...
What's on the telly with Mike Minogue.
Yeah. Woo! Yeah, TV.
What did you watch on telly? Because Jace isn't here tonight to talk all like in-depth nerdy with you.
Nerdy stuff. Well, I got home, and as you know, I was a little bit under the weather yesterday as a result of having a few too many the night before. And I don't know about you, but when I get home from work in that situation, I'm pretty keen. Just have a little bit to eat, maybe, and then just go directly to bed at about 7.
No, that's not me at all.
But what I did instead was, because I've got a wife, I ended up watching the latest episode of Succession.
Right.
And then going to bed about 8.
Right. And that's 15, a bad thing?
8:15. No, it's good. Well, it was just a bit later than I wanted to be up, you know what I mean?
Yeah, 8:15.
Hard to enjoy it when you're hung.
Yeah.
You can't enjoy it as much as you would if you weren't a piece of S.
Right, yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
What did you watch?
I watched Travel Guides. Have you heard of Travel Guides?
I know what a travel guide is, but I don't know what this TV show is.
So it's you'd hate it. It's a TV show where they get 5 different groups of people. So there's like a family. There's
I hate it.
3 young guys, 2 sisters who are about 35.
Why is their age important? You don't mention age of anybody else.
And then there's an older couple probably in their 60s.
Oh, yes.
Because they send them all to the same travel destinations and then get their reviews.
Great.
Last night they went to Noosa.
Yeah,
went to
Noosa, Queensland.
Yeah, went 4-wheel driving. They climbed a mountain. Hey.
I climbed that mountain in Noosa.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
It looked pretty hard. Beautiful view, though.
Beautiful view, not that hard.
Right, okay. They went skydiving.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. And then
this sounds cheap and lame. Is it about right?
What the TV show or the trip?
Yeah.
Nah. The TV show is great. This is the 6th season. Made by Channel 9 over there in Australia.
I was going to say, it must be Australian because no one else has sent anyone to Noosa.
Well, I think that they filmed that season while COVID was happening.
Oh, yeah.
So they did like a full season in
queues.
Aussie. Nah. But, hey, get this.
Okay.
All of the groups gave it a 4 out of 5.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That is fascinating.
Yeah.
And this is a show I'm guessing that your missus likes?
My missus loves it. And it's on TVNZ Plus, and it's something that we can sit down together, and I can sit there and enjoy it as well.
Now let me just go back to something we were speaking about last night, which was the movie Ghosted.
Right, yeah.
I think you and your missus might enjoy watching that together.
Scary at all?
No, it's a romantic comedy. It's a romantic comedy.
Okay.
With a bit of spy stuff in it. You know what I mean?
Oh, that's right. And who
is
in it?
It's quite fun. It's Ana de Armas.
That's right.
And Chris Pine.
That's
I think
right.
it's Chris Pine.
Okay. Is that on Neon?
No, it's on Apple TV.
Right, okay.
Yeah, With the Geese, I reckon.
All right.
I mean, I still haven't finished it, but With Geese.
Right.
Yeah,
Literally, if there's any, even like slightly sinister music, my wife is like, oh, I don't know if I like this.
Yeah, sure.
So it'd be fine?
Yeah, well, you tell her to shut up.
Oh, yeah, totally.
The Hodaki Big Show podcast.
Blur Song 2 on the Hodaki Big Show with Keyzie and Minogue. And tomorrow, Hoity J will be back, and then Thursday we'll all be back, and we'll be live. Because we're hitting the road again, Minogue, and the best part about this one is it's literally 2 minutes down the road. We could even walk there if you want.
That's right. We'll be hitting the road, but probably in our shoes.
Yeah.
Good George North Wharf. We've been to a Good George somewhere else, haven't we?
Yes, Good George in Hamilton, which was in that cool old church they restored.
That's right.
And so this one's down North Wharf in Auckland, obviously New Zealand's biggest city. We'd realised we'd been all around the country, but we hadn't even been to Auckland yet. If you're within driving distance, get in your car, come along, 4 o'clock Thursday onwards. First 100 people get a Backbone t-shirt.
Yeah, good. It might even be in your size now. If you go to mrvintage.co.nz, we've got all the Backbone shirts. Up until this point, they've either been completely sold out or in extra large only.
Yeah.
But now you can have something that might fit you.
Yeah.
You don't look like an absolute doofus.
Well, you only look like a doofus if you're built like Jace. The XL fits me perfect.
Yeah, that's what you think, but it doesn't.
Doesn't it?
But that's
too
the thing.
baggy.
Let's say it does fit you perfectly.
Right.
That's because you're an XL.
Yeah.
But for everybody else, it doesn't fit them.
Did it fit you?
No.
You're
Never had to
large.
roll the sleeves up.
Yeah, but that's because you got the whole tight shirt situation going.
I don't like standing around in a great big baggy old Backbone T-shirt.
Oh.
Yeah, I'll be honest. Yeah, but so get involved in that. Also, we want this to be a hell of a shindig, this one. We've had some good ones. Probably the one that took the cake was down in Christchurch, where there was some absolute animals down there. So we really want Auckland to turn along. Come out in your droves. There's going to be bar tabs given away. There's going to be some pretty sick tunes.
Oh, yeah.
And there's going to be the big show as well, so you can't go wrong.
That's right. So clock off at work early. Come down 4 o'clock to Good George North Wharf in Auckland. Get yourself a Backbone T-shirt. We'll see you there.
The Hodaki Big Show, weekdays at 4 on Radio Hodaki.
Well, there you go, New Zealand done and dusted is the big show. Keyzie and Minogue. Hoity J will be back on deck tomorrow. And then, of course, we've got the live show Thursday from Good George North Wharf in Auckland. Mogi, what are you up to tonight, mate?
I'm going to go to a play.
Oh, right.
I don't even got to. I just want to go to a play, so I'm going to go to a play. What I like about everything, actually, is if it's short.
Right.
So I like a movie to be short, 90 minutes.
Yeah.
This play is short. It's about an hour.
What's the play?
I can't remember the name of it off the top of my head.
Right, okay.
So that'll be bloody good. And then should be home in bed by 10 to 9.
Far out, that's impressive.
That's living,
That's
brother.
good going, right?
Yeah.
And so, as an actor, do you like going to plays to see other actors acting? Is that the appeal?
Yeah, I like stories,
Yeah, okay.
I mean,
right.
as long as they're short stories.
Right, yeah.
I don't like long stories.
Right. Have you ever walked out with a third to go on a play like you do with movies you watch?
They don't like you when you walk across the stage. Like a lot of the theatres in Auckland are set up where to leave you have to walk across the stage.
Right.
They think you won't, but I do.
Yeah, fair enough. What am I doing tonight? Probably make dinner, put the wife to bed, have a small glass of port, play some PlayStation, look at the team lists for the NRL, fun stuff like that.
Yeah, they're out, yeah.
Yeah, very exciting. But anyway, the Big Show will be back in full tomorrow, folks. In the meantime, do check out the Hodaki Big Show podcast and the podcast outro. Just search Hodaki Big Show wherever you get your potties from. Up next, the one and only Greg Preble. If you need anything from him, text him 3483. We'll see you later.